Hello, my theme park peeps, and welcome back to another episode of Jurassic World Evolution. This is RCT3 Imagineer, your host, and let's get back to business. So in the last episode, I left off the park in a lot of financial strain, and I felt it was best to just close the episode and do some stuff on my own, which I did. Added some new dinosaurs, got the profit back to a respectable pace, so this episode should be a little bit more interesting in figuring out more of the gameplay and hopefully seeing some more dinosaurs. As you can see, I've added an Edmontosaurus into one pen, and a Triceratops and Struthiomimus into the other pen. And you can see our profit rate is much higher than it was before. Still not quite enough to add in operations, but enough to add in some shops for the guests to boost that up even more. So what I'm going to do is add a gift shop to the park and generate some more revenue. Not right now, though. So in order to extract DNA from fossils, you need a fossil center, and to do research, you need a research center, which were conveniently placed in the Isla Matanceros park, but not so much in this. Right now I'm placing the gift shop. And we'll hopefully rank up some more profits that way. I'm going to place that right on the path wherever it'll fit. That looks like a good spot. Maybe to the right. There we go. Now we're just going to add in some forests to close this in, just because we're getting a lot of empty space and power lines, which is a big pet peeve of mine. So as you can see, the gift shop is constructing, and there's not a ton I can do until that's done.
Something's come up that could be interesting and profitable.
Okay, release a Cryptosaurus with the reaction speed modification. And sometimes things like that come up, so we're going to accept that. So in order to do that, I need to see if I've already researched this.
At our new souvenir shop.
Okay, so I've just discovered that when you go into shops and manage, you can actually select different aspects of shops to manage. So currently this one is selling a lunchbox, but there are other gifts that you have it sell instead. Now clicking on the fast food, we have Dino Bites. Let's upgrade this to a Dino Dish. And it looks like now we have enough money for a clothes shop, so let's go ahead and add that in also. Add this right in front of the viewing gallery. Okay, so that is all still deactivated.
Find the right attire at our new clothes shop.
Okay, so we need to get something running somehow. What I'd like to see is if operations between islands can be synced. So I'm wondering, like, if I were to click on an expedition dig site here, would I be able to access it from another park without having to build a research and fossil station? So right now I'm just trying to see the most cost-effective option. So we'll go with the dinosaur park formation. Okay, so yeah, like I said, we have to build the facilities on this island, which we haven't. And there's also a storm coming, which is good to know. Oh, storm warning. So let's take care of that before we go to the other island and see how linked up things are. We definitely need to activate this storm defense. And we already have a building that has been damaged. Great. Okay, so let's activate the emergency shelter, get those guests to safety. Even though it doesn't look like too bad of a storm. Let's get everyone inside. Okay, so everyone is fleeing inside for just a little bit of rain and wind, which I think is a little funny.
Ladies and gentlemen, due to the dangerous weather conditions, please seek secure shelter until the conditions have.
Okay, so let's get to fixing some buildings. Send out one of our teams, add a task. So we should definitely repair that since it is on fire. And let's see if there's anything else that needs to be done.
Дамы и господа, в качестве меры предосторожности и для вашей безопасности просим пройти к ближайшему убежищу. Señoras y señores, como medida de precaución por su seguridad.
Ladies and gentlemen, we apologize for any inconvenience.
Okay, so we've opened that and the Hammond Creation Center is repaired. So all in all, that was a successful storm run. The expedition fossils have come in, so let's go back to Isla Matanceros to see if those fossils have come back. Alright, so we're back at Isla Matanceros, and as we crest the hill, we can see that they actually have a view of the park that I left, which is pretty cool. So it seems like every time on adding things to the parks, it's going to continue to keep them in mind for that cinematic view when you arrive at each island. So it's showing that we have fossils back, but I'm wondering if that's from Which expedition? Okay, so I'm not quite sure what to do. I know we need to research a genetic trait. So let's go back to Isla. What I'm most interested in is seeing if this reaction speed is available in genetic research. We're looking for reaction speed. Okay, and this park has a disease contracted, so we might take care of that before I leave. So, reaction speed.
Let's not argue over the small stuff. Looking at the big picture, this is a solid contract.
Okay, we're going to decline this for now because I'm really trying to figure out something else at the moment. Okay, but first let's take care of this contracted disease.
Confirming task.
Okay, so we've medicated our Edmontosaurus. So that's taken care of. Let's go back to control panel stuff. Then go back to Isla Muerta and see if we can figure this out a bit more. Okay, so back to Isla Muerta. You can see it's maintained some of the things we've built that are new, so that's cool. Yep, sorry, bad controls there. Now we're just waiting to see if the expedition I sent out will show up here. Ah, which it hasn't. Okay, so that's telling me that the buildings are not synced from island to island, and that you really do need each operation building present on each island to do stuff. So that's a bit disappointing. Well, it's not disappointing, it's just makes things more complicated for me because I have to figure out finances, but that's fine, that's part of the game. What I'd like to do is go back and check to see if I can research anything on Isla Matanceros, because I know that will go across island to island. So let's go back to the island and see if the reaction speed is available. Okay, so let's check out the expedition that we sent out here. I guess I didn't send out one. Wait, I could have sworn I did. See, even island hopping is confusing me today. Okay, so let's send out the expedition there. And take care of this dead dinosaur. Oh, it's one of the ceratosaurs. That's the original one, and it has died of old age. Okay, so it wasn't because of the other one. So we need to move that.
Asset collection request received.
And it's on its way to be moved. Right now we're just kind of enjoying the view of the herbivore pen while we wait for this dinosaur to be transported off the map. And just because I want to check on some things with the dinosaurs also.
Asset in transit.
Okay, so they've collected the asset. Let's check on research to see if we can do any work here that can be applied to other islands. That might be helpful. Okay, and the expedition has come back. Let's... Wait, what? At least 2 operational... That's... interesting. Okay, so we've got Cryptosaurus, but now we need 2 operational fossil centers to extract it. And... I can't seem to add another one here because you can only have 1 per island. Okay. So that makes a ton of sense now. And that what I need to be doing is building stuff on other islands. Okay. So let's head back to Isla Muerta and figure out what to be doing there. Okay, so back to Isla Muerta. I think what I'm going to do is end this episode again, since there's really not much to be done and seen. I don't want to bore you guys to tears with park management. Unless you're really dying to see park management gameplay, then comment below and let me know, and I'm happy to do that. But I think for the sake of keeping you guys interested, I'm going to close this episode and do some more work on my own, just so that we can figure out how this game works a little better and have some more dinosaurs and features that are more exciting to show off to you guys. So until next time, this is RCT3 Imagineer, signing off.